Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. How you guys doing today? How is everybody doing today? Should be live anyway. We live? Yeah, we live. How you guys doing? Welcome. So yeah, today, it's not actually in this timer. It's going to be a 30-minute timer after this timer. So we have some time to chat and yap and stuff. But yeah, they're going to be announcing the next historical Total War. I assume so anyway. They haven't actually officially said that's what they're announcing, but they said that they're going to be showcasing what they've been working on. Yeah, they're saying that they're going to be showcasing what they've been working on, both historical and fantasy. Yeah, so it's still just going to be another countdown here. Play. So I do not sneak chat. Yeah, so again, we got some time just to chat on what we think it will be. I was going to go live in like 15 minutes time, but I thought, let's just go live now. We have a little bit more time to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, so again, I'll probably have to repeat myself like a million times on my thoughts and stuff. But yeah, I think the thing that people probably think it's going to be, and I think it's most likely, is 40k. I think that one's like pretty much 100% locked in, is 40k. And then the historical one, there's been like numerous leaks coming in from either side. Like some people saying it's something else, some people, But yeah, I mean, I think 40k on the fantasy side of things is 100% locked in on a new engine as well. Apparently it's on a new engine from the leaks. And then, yeah, historical one. I've heard some people say that it's like an Empire 2. And then more recently, I've heard that it's Medieval 3. Is Star Wars? No, the Star Wars won't be announced yet, I don't think. The rumors are that they have got the rights to Star Wars, but that's not going to be a game that they'll be releasing soon. The game that they'll be, yeah, if they do Star Wars, it'll be like in 5 years' time, What do you think it'll be? What do you think like it should be? Yeah, I mean, Medieval 3, I think, Yeah, they're announcing basically what they think, they're in, because it's the 25th year anniversary of Total War. Total War, obviously, the first one ever released. Shogun released 25 years ago. So yeah, they're doing a nice little showcase video. Yeah, no. I don't think it'll be. They might like hint at Star Wars, but it's not going to be like. I'm pretty sure from the rumors that they have the rights to it. Again, that could just be people lying and stuff. But yeah, rumors suggest they have the rights to Star Wars, but that will come after 40k and the next historical, if not further along the line. I'm ready to be surprised if it is different, but. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll talk about it. I just don't see them doing Star Wars before 40k, right? Whilst they're still on the bandwagon of, like, Games Workshop and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think they might, like, talk about it, like, oh, yeah, and in the future we're looking to do this, but I think it'll be 40k. And I'd be very surprised if they announced it. Like, yeah, I'd be surprised, because, like, so much can happen, right, in such a short... like there was supposed to be a World War I Total War, and I think, again, unless we see it now, like I think that's been delayed, canned, or literally just changed, like completely removed. So like a lot can happen in 5 years, or 4 or 3, and I can't see Star Wars being, because yeah, if it is a Star Wars game, it'll be on the same engine they made for 40k Total War. If it's 40k, it's so like hardcore, we don't actually know what it's gonna be. But I'm just going to start saying it is 40k, because that's, again, what it's going to be that. Like, I think that's locked in. But yeah, like, so I think they'll take everything they learn from with the new engine and with Warhammer 40k, and then they'll bring it over to Star Wars, right? They'll kind of use 40k as like a testing. But yeah, And yeah, I think the next historical is supposed to be Medieval 3, which is pretty hype. And from what I hear, it's supposed to be built off of Three Kingdoms, which will be really interesting with like the retinue system and stuff. You know, like imagine their Lord system but improved. I think if they do go down that route, if it is Medieval 3 and they go down that route with the retinue system and stuff, I think they really, really have to increase the unit sizes. Increase the troop count. I think if they go down that route, you need more than 4 or 20 units in a battle. You just do. Like, if you're only having like 3 retinues in a battle, you just end up with like more commander units almost than you do normal units. And it just feels bad. Like that's one of the reasons why I think Three Kingdoms and the battles didn't vibe for me. Is because like, yeah, you just ended up with like all these general units and stuff, and it was just like a bit annoying. But if you increase the unit size to like 25, and all of a sudden each retinue has like 5 soldiers in, and then that could be really cool actually. But yeah, we'll see. Again, I'm so ready, like so ready for a good Total War. Or no, I shouldn't say a good Total War, because I think the Warhammer games are good, they're just not for me. I'm so ready for a Total War that I enjoy. What if they removed the commander unit? Yeah, like that's what I was thinking, but I was like, then, but you want like the Earl of Suffolk, like you don't want to remove characters from armies as well, though. Because you want like be like, oh, the Earl of Sussex is defending my right flank with his retinue, you know, like that's quite cool. But I mean, I guess you could like put them in the retinue, like in a retinue unit, and have like a sub commander unit, and just have it so they don't die if they go into battle and lose the unit, so you don't feel really precious about them. And there's lots they could do with it. Like I think it's a cool system. They need population. Yeah, I mean population is like huge in my opinion. Well, what are you guys saying? What do you guys think it's gonna be? And how's it going, Marcellus, as well? Welcome. I'm really hoping, Marcellus, that you are gonna be able to make the next session, because I think it's all gonna kick off next session. I think me and Swedish have figured everything out, so it'll be cool to have you there. But obviously, if you can't make it, you can't make it. Well, that's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers. Yeah, I mean, again, like I don't think we're gonna get, I don't think we're ever gonna get a Total War like Pharaohs or Troy again. They're basically just they're basically just like budget Total Wars that they've thrown together to pump something out for the sake of pumping something out, right? You know, like they're not proper Total Wars. They like whatever historical Total War they announced will be the first proper historical Total War since Three Kingdoms. It's like, no, we just like, I just said something to him and he was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then he said something to me and he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then we kind of just like figured it out. I mean, again, we could be completely wrong as well, Marcellus. I don't know. We could be completely barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, well, apparently, so yeah, I think 40k is 100% locked in. Like, I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I would still, I'd be very, very surprised if it wasn't 40k Total War. Apparently, it's on a completely new engine from Warscape and the previous Total Wars. So they've kind of built that engine with 40k and possibly Star Wars in mind. Yeah, and again, I wouldn't really class, like, I agree with you, Mihawk, as well. That they, like, Three Kingdoms wasn't really a historical Total War either, you know? Like, I would agree, because of, like, the heroes and stuff, and the historical mode was bullshit. So, realistically, this will be the first proper historical Total War since, like, Attila. You know? Which was, what, like, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, probably, at this point. yeah, Thrones of Britannia had good ideas, but again, it was probably like, I think it was like a quarter of the budget of a proper Total War, if that, you know, like it was a DLC. It was a slightly bigger DLC project pushed into a full game. That was the problem with sagas. 40k works with more RTS styles, not quite with Total War. Brother, I don't know what to say. Like, 40k Total War is happening, so you're about to see what 40k Total War looks like. So everyone can say like, oh no, 40k is not gonna happen, but like, 40k won't work. Well, I think we're about to find out. Again, I have no idea what it's gonna look like either. Like, I have no idea what it's gonna look like. We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. This is like a AAA studio. They've got like hundreds and hundreds of employees. Like, they can obviously figure it out. Insider information? No. Like, if I had been shown anything or seen anything, I wouldn't be allowed to be saying what I'd be saying, because it's it'd be NDA'd, right? And they would just sue me or cut me off completely. I can say what I'm saying because it's complete speculation and I have absolutely no idea. It's just what like leakers have said, and I'm like, hey, I kind of maybe believe that source a bit more than this source, so I think it's going to be this. Oh yeah, 100% Marcellus, 100%. Yeah, it's so good. I think it's because as well, it's a long campaign as well that's allowing us to have this flexibility, which is going to be great, which is great, and have these long built-up campaigns, and like, you know, stuff that can come back. And yeah, obviously I think as well we're all improving massively as well as playing the game. What are we watching? The next big historical Total War announcement, and also fantasy. Basically everything they're working on. There'll also probably be some stuff about Nagash in this as well. I think they're going to be announcing the End Times update as well in this, so they might do that first and then move on to the new stuff. So we might have to wait a little bit longer for them to announce it. They're also I'm not going to be watching it, but I might make a video on it tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, again, this is just what I saw, that they're going to be at the PC gaming show tonight as well. So they'll probably show off actual, like, maybe gameplay of stuff at tonight's PC Gamer show. I won't be watching it live, but I'll probably make a video on it tomorrow. Oh yeah, speaking of all of that as well, did you guys know that the Dauntless Days mod is releasing on the 12th? Of December? The Lord of the Rings mod for Attila. The campaign is coming out on the 12th. Yeah, how's it going, Bitey? Good to see you back, man. Lobster, I mean Lars, they have made, like, the rumor is that they have made a new engine for 40k. So they have done it. Yeah, and I might be showing a campaign as a possible short folk. Some mountain dwellers going live tomorrow on the channel. If you guys are interested in that, just make sure you tune in for it. How did the tournament games go? Yeah, we managed to get the, spoiler, but we did manage to get the 3-0, which was good. I don't think it will matter though. I think we'll still end up being second, unfortunately. I only lost one game during the entire thing, I think, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only lost one game throughout all the tournament games, so I'm happy with that. I won all of Shogun, I won all of Rome 2, just. I lost one Three Kingdoms game, and I won all of Thrones of Britannia, so... we love dwarfs in this household. We love dwarfs in this household. No pointy-eared elfling. I might also do like a on and off stream campaign as well as Mordor on Legendary, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really hoping we get some big announcements. I think the next... I'm unsure. I think 40k has been in development longer, but the next historical game, I think we'll get a new Total War game next year for sure. Now that's a grudging. Yeah, no, I think whatever, I'm unsure which order they're gonna do it. Like, I think we are gonna get a Total War next year. Like, one of the things they're going to announce will release next year. I'm just unsure because I think they could have definitely have put together Medieval 3 faster, but I'm very sure that 40k has been in development for a long time as well. So yeah, I'm unsure if it's Medieval. It could also be Empire as well. Yeah, it could also be an Empire, because again, they're the two main rumors I've heard. It could either be Empire 2 or Medieval 3. And yeah, I think we'll definitely get one next year, but I don't know what one. Like, yeah, I just don't know what one. Yeah, 14 minutes. There'll also be some stuff in this, I think, about Nagash and the End Times update for Warhammer 3, which I know not as many people are interested in this, but we'll obviously, watch it through. Yeah, I'm really hoping we get to see some 40. It'll probably be a cinematic gameplay trailer, unfortunately, for both of the things they show. Maybe we'll get gameplay tonight at the PC Gaming Show, which I think will maybe be the case. But yeah, I'll probably then make a video on that tomorrow, alongside my Dwarf campaign. Yeah, Zach's got a good suggestion. What if the next 40k is the next historical Total War? True that. I just really hope as well that, like, if there is Medieval 3, we don't have heroes. Please just don't have heroes. I just don't want heroes. Give me, like, knightly units and characters embedded in bodyguards and stuff. And let me customize their bodyguard. Oh, that'd be cool. But just not heroes, please. I've had enough of them. 40k will be full of heroes. Yeah, I don't think Roxy there's gonna unfortunately be a Lord of the Rings. It would be cool, but yeah, I don't think we'll be getting a Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I mean, again, I have no idea what to expect with 40k. Like, is it going to all be on one planet? Is it going to be galaxies? Is it going to be solar systems? Is it going to be, like, what scale do they go for? Are you, like, is it planetary? I doubt they'll do naval stuff, right? I doubt they'll do ship combat. That would be incredible, but I don't think they'll do that. That's a whole game in and of itself, and yeah, I mean, they wimped out of doing naval stuff for fantasy, right? So I don't think they'd do that in 40k. Like, are you jumping planets? Are you all fighting on one planet? I don't think they'd do one planet. I think if they did one planet, it would be really disappointing. I could imagine they'll be doing sectors, maybe. How would they handle, like, immortal characters in 40k? How they do characters in all the current Total Wars, right? You just bring them back. Oh, look, like, fucking just have Vulcan. Oh, I've ethereally come back again. Oh, I can't die. Yeah, no, I think there'll be no way we'll be getting space battles. I think system and planetary is more likely. Like, you jump between planets maybe, and then you maybe fight like a campaign on a planet. Maybe, like, you launch an attack on a planet and you have to, like, maybe take like 5 sectors of the planet to claim it. Like, you fight for the manufacturing district, and then you fight for, like, the water district. And you basically, like, conquer the planet and they can fight back and bring in reinforcements and stuff like that. That's how I would guess they would do it. Like, you would have to, like, yeah, you'd have to, like, move in and, like, you would, like, launch an assault on a planet, and then there'd be, like, sectors, kind of almost like another mini campaign, but like obviously like there'd be like 5 provinces you'd have to conquer. If I play one battle mod for the rest of my life, probably the Old Realms, or Shakuho, or Eagle Rising, or Realm of Thrones. There's many. Wasn't there a rumor about Star Wars? Yeah, I think Star Wars Total War will be coming, just long in the future. I don't think that'll be something that I'll be doing right away. Exterminatus. Exterminatus. Alright, boys, 10 more minutes. Imagine if they just didn't show anything and they were just like, yeah, no, we're just doing the end times for Warhammer and that's it. Then we're stopping to make Total War. And instead we're making a battle royale game. The only sad thing for me, yeah, the only sad thing for me, I think, is the fact that when they do 40k Total War, Tau probably won't be a faction. RIP my boys. Join us for the first ever Total War showcase and welcome a new era for the franchise. I am excited. Is there a chat? There should be a chat, no? As well? Or is there not anymore? There's not. It's kind of sad that you missed that out, Mr. Chat. Hyenas too. Yeah, it's gonna be a good couple days. Again, I'm so looking forward. Like, I can't genuinely tell you guys how excited I am for this just to hopefully be good. Because, like, you guys, many of you, if you've been around the channel for a while, know my roots go all the way back to Total War. We did Total War for like literally the past like 12, 13 years non-stop, and then I kind of transitioned away from Warhammer because I didn't enjoy it to Bannerlord. And then I've just not really been able to come back and do Total War again because I just don't enjoy Warhammer. I'm not going to play something I don't enjoy. Otherwise, you know, it's just, yeah, I don't mind it. Like I don't mind it coming back to it every once in a while, but it's just not a game that I like really enjoy. So I'm not going to sit there and make content on it every single day. And yeah, and obviously, you know, their other titles they've been releasing just haven't really been good either, in my opinion. Like they're fine, they're okay for like a playthrough or something, but they don't have longevity. So like I'm just so excited for this to hopefully allow me to re-enter the sphere and like be able to obviously not just do Total War, but allow me to do Total War and whatever Tailworlds cook up, you know, Tailworlds, Bannerlord, whatever the next Tailworlds game is, you know, just start doing multiple games again. Yeah, I mean, I think as well, like, I think for the most part, because I did a lot of Warhammer 1, I just got burnt out from it by Warhammer 2. Because we covered the game a lot. We used to do big battles. We used to do pretty well on the channel, honestly. I think for the most part, got more views during the Warhammer 1 era than I do now on Bannerlord. But like I just got so burnt out from it. We've had like 9 years we've literally had, I think, 9 years of Warhammer, right? We looked it up the other day, and I think Warhammer 1 came out in 2016. So we've had 9 years of Warhammer, and it's just burnt me out. So hopefully this is the new era of Total War, as they're quoting it, and it's just gonna be good. It's just gonna be good. I love 40k, as you guys can see. Get one of my boys out. Oh. Say some nice things about me, otherwise you get it, okay? Say some nice things of a storm. The storm comes and the missiles raise. Alright? Or else. Say something nice about my son. If they make 40k hero focused, I'll be sad. I mean, I thought if it will 100% be for, like, they'll have 100% have heroes. Where's the pile of shame? I don't have a pile of shame because I outsource all my pile of shame to my friend who paints it all. That's a pretty one for a Tau. Yeah, like it's like kind of like, yeah, it does have magic 40k in the sense of like psionic abilities. It's not like so much like wizardy woo, I cast boo. It's, yeah, more like death metal, I'm shooting electricity out of my hand. I'm making your mind explode. That type of magic. I did it, boys. I broke the pile of shame. Yeah, but I've got a Tau army back there, and I've got a Salamanders army as well, and like a few Nid models, but I never really fully done it. Fully like fleshed out my Tyranid army. But yeah, Tau and Tau and Salamanders are my boys. Though I haven't really played much 10th edition. Like, I've got to be honest, my total 10th edition was probably like, I don't know, like 10 games maybe. I just don't enjoy the scoring system in 10th compared to 9th. So I'm kind of almost hoping that they redo it in 11th. I just hate so much the random drawing of objectives. I just hate it so much. I hate that I can lose a game because my opponent draws a good objective and I draw a bad one. That just kills me inside. Some sort of like low-key competitive autism or something, you know? Or you're a disgusting Necron enjoyer. Necrons are pretty based though. Necrons are based. Yeah, imagine if they're just like, yeah, we're just releasing Warhammer 4 Total War. And they're collecting all the artifacts to bring back. Yeah, Vulcan will return. I mean, he has to return, right? He literally cannot die. Literally cannot die, so... Yeah, and I'm so interested to see what they'll do. Like, are they going to be releasing, like... Are you going to be able to have all the different, like... Oh my god, there's just so much I can do with 40k. And you think of how much bigger as well 40k is than fantasy as well. Like, 40k with, like, the TV show coming out and everything. Like, it's going to be so big. If you guys want to... Oh, out of interest. How is Games Workshop stock done today? Has it, like, spiked with if people... That's actually really interesting. Let's have a look. Has it like spiked with people anticipating this announcement? Actually... Yeah, I mean, it's steadily gone up a little bit. Not really, though. Yeah, it's gone up a bit, I guess. God, it's gone up so much since pre-COVID. Is wild. It's actually crazy. Vulcan literally just gave his sons the job to find the One Piece, and that was it. He's like, find the One Piece and I'll come back. Yeah, of course, I offer no good financial advice, of course. Yeah, Fantasy Total Wars are all DLC, but it's because, I mean, it's just the modern gaming model, right? All right, boys, 1 minute. Now, do keep in mind, we'll probably get Warhammer stuff first before any big announcement. They won't kick off with, like, Medieval 3, look at this. It'll be, like, Warhammer End Times stuff, which I'm sure many of you may care about. I'm a bit like, whatever. But let's see. Total War Dune, that'd be cool. Atreides! Oh! 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 Ooh! It's happening! Right, chat, everybody has to kiss when the timer runs out, by the way. Oh, it's a trailer. It's Nagash trailer, though, first. Or maybe it's not a trailer.
Okay. Set and action.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Total War Anniversary Showcase.
Is everything loud enough? Do I need to turn anything up? Let me know how the audio is. Are you going to give us any sneak peek here at all? With anything? This is the opening of Time Commanders.
I'm Steve Coleman, Senior Community Manager across the Total War franchise. On behalf of everyone at Creative Assembly, we're thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate one truly monumental milestone, the 25th anniversary of this iconic strategy franchise. Throughout this year, we've been celebrating the legacy of Total War by shining a spotlight on each of the games that we've released since the year 2000. But today, we look forward to the future and the exciting next generation for the franchise.
Oh, me too. Let's go.
This showcase is your front row seat to everything we've been eagerly building behind the scenes. Across fantasy and historical Total War,
let's go.
We're working on a range
Medieval
of projects
3.
that span different eras,
40K.
styles, and stages of development. And now, we finally get to share them with you.
Thank you so much,
Whether
Fish,
it's
for 48
long-awaited
months.
updates, bold new ideas, or glimpses into the future of Total War, there's something here for every kind of strategist. So without further ado, let's jump into things with a quick message from a true veteran of the studio. Someone who's had a part to play in almost every Total War game.
It's
Thanks,
Batman!
I first walked through the doors of Creative Assembly in November 1999, hoping to land my next role.
That was a
in game
true
development.
fucking villain
Little did I
entrance
know
right there.
that during my interview, I would be shown an early glimpse of Shogun Total War. Over 25 years later, you've conquered
That was a
history's
true
most pivotal
super
eras,
villain
witnessing the fall of
entrance.
Rome, surviving the turbulence of the Middle Ages, and establishing empires at the dawn of the modern world. You've also crossed dimensions into one of fantasy's most iconic settings, conquering the vast Warhammer world with legendary warriors in conflicts that defy reality. Thanks to your support, we get to continue pushing the boundaries of what Total War is capable of. So whether you're a fan of our history or fantasy titles, throughout it all, our aim is and has forever remained the same, ensuring everyone playing our games is excited to take one more turn. Now, what better place to begin the celebrations than with an early look at what's to come in Total War.
Yeah, so
Warhammer.
this is why I assumed it'll be the end times, Nagash and stuff, which, I'm not really, obviously I don't really slay
This isn't
Warhammer,
just
so.
another update. It's the end of the world.
He's back. And this time, he's more determined than ever.
Growing up, Warhammer was easily one of my favourite
There's Rich.
pastimes. I fondly remember buying countless copies of White Dwarf, reading the battle reports within, and dreaming of what I might buy from the mailer at the back of
Thank
each
you, Pam,
magazine.
for the membership. I might
Like
not
me,
talk about
many of my teammates at
memberships
Creative
just so
Assembly
people
share
can
the
watch
same
it, but I
deep love
appreciate it.
for Warhammer and the hobby that surrounds it. And nearly 10 years into developing content for this incredible series, the excitement is as strong as ever. Each new character, faction, or creature we work on brings fresh energy to the team. The diversity of the lore ensures that every faction is distinct in its design, filled with rich stories. And
Yeah, I believe it
larger-than-life
will be like the
personalities.
last
It's
update
that
for
variety and
Warhammer.
depth that keeps the project exciting for us, and it continues to be an amazing world to help bring to life. When we first set out to develop this series, our aim was to do something that no other Warhammer game had done before, to create a definitive strategy game experience that spanned the four corners of this amazing fantasy world, with the aim of including as much of Games Workshop's iconic lore, characters,
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny it. They've
features,
done a pretty
and key
insane
events as
job when you
possible.
think of it.
It's certainly been a journey of a lifetime for us, one that we've loved sharing with you and hearing your experiences of forging empires, felling enemies, and venturing to the darkest corners of the Warhammer world. But we aren't ready for it to end just yet. Next year, we need you to join the forces of Order, Chaos, or the Undead for a war that will determine the fate of this world.
The big boy himself, Nagash, is back.
The great work can begin. Rise, my Mortarks. You will come to me and submit. Come to me and witness my ascension. The world is ending, and I shall reign over oblivion.
Whoa, what the fuck is that? Oh no, okay, it's not actually a naval battle.
Come to me.
It's, I thought for a second they were showing off naval battles, and I was like, yo, but no, they're not. It's just cinematic.
Citra does not serve. Citra rules. So be it. I am death incarnate.
See you later, Cetra. Holy shit.
This world will kneel.
Nah, there's no way they'll do naval battles. It's too late. The game is done. Like, that'd be a whole new system. There's no way they'd do it. It'd be cool, but it's too late now. Like, there's no way.
That's right. Nagash has arisen, and he's bringing the apocalypse with him. He and his undead legions are finally invading Total War Warhammer in summer 2026 with the Lords of the End Times pack. And he's not coming alone either. 3 other iconic legendary lords from the End Times will be joining the fight, along with terrifying new units, devastating mechanics, and lore-inspired objectives. And yes, we've got a brand new free legendary lord for everyone to enjoy. For those who don't
I don't
know,
know,
the
for
End Times
me-
is basically the Warhammer apocalypse.
For me, it's just
and
like,
it's the ultimate
you know,
battle between
like-
the forces of good and evil.
Got some more lords,
During
a new
this event,
faction. Like, I don't
Archaon,
know.
the Ever-Chosen, leads the forces of chaos in a final assault to destroy the world. But as the forces of destruction rise, legendary heroes and factions from across the world form uneasy alliances to
We
resist
need, like, yeah, I don't know.
annihilation.
You need, hopefully they make, like,
And
the
as we announced
campaign
earlier
fall
this
apart,
year,
you know, the world
Warhammer
would get
1 and
ripped
2
apart.
owners can also join in on the action, as Immortal Empires is now accessible to all players who own one of the games from the trilogy. We're
That's big.
incredibly excited for
That's
our players
really
to
big. That must have
experience
been
this
hard to
content
do.
as we celebrate an amazing 10 years of working on this game. Whether you're a veteran or returning after time away, there's never been a better moment to dive in. This isn't just another update, it's the end of the world.
Technically, he was already dead. Yeah, I feel like for
Nagash
me,
isn't just a villain. He is the king of the undead.
I feel like for me, it's just like what makes this any different from anything else besides Nagash being like besides Nagash being Nagash. Like, what makes this DLC more impressive? Like, is the world gonna start falling apart? Are you gonna be getting like crazy events and mechanics and stuff? Like, that's what I'm interested in more so than just like how does this make it any different besides it being Nagash, you know?
On necromancers and wizards, he is a figure above politics and mortal concerns. He does not need to.
Like, the most important thing is, are we going to get Grimgor kicking Archaon the Ever-Chosen in the nuts? Because if that's not in, then what's the point of all of this? What have we been working towards the past 9 years?
His undead corruption spreads relentlessly as he claims lost power, seizing the Black Pyramid, gathering his scattered books, and raising armies that stir simply from his presence. And he doesn't come alone. Nagash can summon his Mortarchs by luring them from other factions. Arkhan the Black, for example, who abandons his Tomb King Thais to write a Dread Abyssal and flood the world in deadly witchlight. Nagash's arrival brings not only doom, but a unique undead roster that draws from both the Vampire Counts and Tomb Kings, uniting ancient death and vampiric horror under one banner. From the crypts and catacombs rise ancient figures like Warlock Harkon, the ruthless Blood Knight whose blade has tasted the blood of kings. He is joined by Tomb Heralds, the internal guardians of Nehikaran royalty, and the towering Morghast Archai, created by Nagashi's own.
Yeah, I like the skulls in the monsters.
And then
That
there
looks
is
cool.
the Khemric Titan, a colossal wall construct that stomps and flies across the battlefield like a walking apocalypse. With all this in mind, Nagashi's goal remains unchanged. He seeks to reclaim enough power to choke the life from the world itself.
Like, as the good
binding
guys, you're
all
gonna
of
have to
death
try and do all the
into
rituals and
single
stuff. Like,
world-ending
yeah, rituals. There we
ritual,
go.
as is his grand design.
Bringing the end times to Total War Warhammer meant more than adding new content. It meant reshaping the very fabric of the campaign map to reflect the devastation unleashed by a host of apocalyptic events. Depending on their choices, players will witness a Warhammer world transformed. Lush meadows now drawn in molten rivers from volcanic eruptions. Earthquakes split the land into colossal fissures, rendering cities into ruins beyond repair. Craters from warp-fueled meteors scar the terrain, and entire continents may be left barren. The campaign map has never felt so apocalyptic and alive, and we're thrilled for players to shape their own vision of it. Of course, such devastation means new battlefields. Our team has crafted epic new maps to reflect the chaos. Players can expect battles fought within the sunken ground of an earthquake fissure with lava pouring
Yeah,
from all
like
sides,
I think
fighting
someone in
the
chat put it
great
quite well.
Bridge
Like, is it just gonna be like a
or
new
in
faction,
giant
like,
craters
or
created
are we
with
getting a
volcanic meteor
completely
showers?
new like
It's
thing? You
nothing
know,
short of
obviously
the
all of this stuff is
monumental
really cool, the
destruction only
aesthetic
the
stuff.
end times could
But
bring.
like, will the
We've
campaign
really
just
tried to
play?
make these key moments in the lore as immersive to play through as possible.
Yeah, like all the art stuff looks
One of the most
incredible.
haunting new settlement locations is Nagash.
But is it just going to be like a
the
new
Red Fortress
faction with
of Nagash
no
himself.
mechanics? Like,
But
that's
its towering necromantic architecture,
like, are we
glowing
going to get
skulls, and
mechanics
eerie
for
green
the end
witchlight?
times
It's a
throughout
place
the
where
campaign?
death reigns eternal. The environment team have poured their passion into crafting a map that feels otherworldly. So let's take a brief look at it in action.
This world dies.
Because yeah, like I mean, like CA have always done such an incredible job graphically, though. You know, like this stuff looks incredible. For me as someone who doesn't play Warhammer regularly, I feel like it's like this is just like, you know, like it looks so gorgeous, but like it's just not enough to bring me to play it. I need like mechanics to change the game
To bleed it.
to make me feel like it's the end times. Yeah, they are live announcing the next Total War.
This world dies and becomes my domain.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred it to be the end times update rather than like a faction
Hello
pack,
there.
but yeah.
I'm Lore Master.
Oh,
of
holy
Sotek.
crap.
You may be familiar with me from a
Nice.
Twitch and YouTube channel and other stuff.
They
where
got
I
Lore
talk about
Master to come in.
focus
I mean,
on Warhammer
perfect.
Fantasy, lore, and literature, amidst some other things. And today I'm going to be serving you as the Herald of the End Times, But I'm not alone, because I'm joined by Rich, Victor, and Todor, who you are likely familiar with at this point. And today we're going to be chatting about the Lords of the End Times. So, to start us off, is this really the end for Total War Warhammer? Like, is this the final thing, which a lot of people have feared is going to be the case?
No, absolutely not. This is just a moment in the Warhammer lifetime, and there's going to be more content still to come after this, I'm pleased to say.
Excellent. That is what I very much like to hear. So, getting into the actual content itself, what is the End Times going to be bringing to the game that's going to change our experiences for people that are familiar with the
Is the
Mortal
audio good
Empires
now?
and have played
Louder
hundreds
or-
of campaigns? What is the End Times specifically going to be doing to shake up the experience?
So, first of all, we're bringing a set of characters. One of them we'll discuss a bit later here. And there is another significant update that comes to the Immortal Empires that aims to bring the End Times to your campaign while respecting the rules of the sandbox. So what we want to try and
more?
achieve is make the later stages of your campaign more interesting, like keep the choices impactful, keep the stakes high, and we're doing that by introducing End Time scenarios, which you might think are a bit like the current existing crisis, but they're different from them in various ways. Like, for example, an End Time scenario comes in phases. So
Yeah,
there will be
okay.
a build-up,
Now we're talking,
there
now
will
we're
be the
talking.
phases of actions, and at the end there is a culmination battle. Well, the entire scenario is resolved, and you might be able to overcome the challenge, the End Times. You might be able to survive, or you might fail, and you might have to live with the consequences, or not live at all. An example of such a...
I'm curious if they're, because I saw it said that they're announcing the next projects further. I wonder if they're going to save 40k Total War to the PC gaming show and just announce the next historical Total War. They did say new engine though as well, so maybe not, because I don't think that Medieval 3 is on a new engine. It's just on... It's on like an updated Free Kingdoms.
In addition to that, there are some significant changes while the End Time scenario takes place to the visuals of the campaign and in battle, and also to the audio. So you will have all this different atmosphere related to Nagash or perhaps Archaon.
Speaking of that particular big man himself, while today we are going to be celebrating quite a bit and giving the great necromancer his due, as he always deserves, ultimately he's kind of interrupting someone else's party, which is the one that kicks off the End Times and ends up ending it. Archaon himself, is there going to be anything new, anything exciting that fans of Archaon can be looking forward to with the End Times?
I must admit, while I admire Nagash, Archaon is truly the closest one to my heart, and I love playing campaigns with him and uniting the forces of chaos and raining destruction upon the hapless rest of the world. So we are doing new things for Archaon. One of those is we're trying to refresh his entire experience by introducing a narrative feature that aims to put the player into the shoes and boots and mount of the 13th ever chosen. So this will be the story of how you as Archaon in your campaign, you bring about the End Times.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
That's
in
cool.
addition to that, we really want to update the visuals of Archaon's model, so he receives the proper visual quality that the 13th ever chosen deserves.
Well, it's excellent to know that Archaon's dressing up for the occasion. He needs to. It's technically it's his affair. He needs to look the part, so that's great. But ultimately, we're not really here to talk about him. As much as we all love him, he's a bit old news. We're here for the big man, the big, great necromancer himself, the father of all of our favorite undead. What is Nagash gonna be doing for Total War? Oh my goodness, what is he going to be bringing to the game? Clearly a lot of teal and destruction and death from the looks of things.
Nagash is the supreme lord of undead, and he would be the ultimate necromancer in our game. He's all about power, dark, forbidden, lost and reclaimed, power to end the world. In battle, he will also be able to command a vast roster of different undead units from the currently existing ones and some new ones specifically unique to him. And on the campaign map, he will spread death across the land, because he's not interested in conquest. He wants to reshape the world in his image, making it a lifeless desert. This is his ambition to rule over everything, because this way they're obedient and subservient to him. And we want to give this power fantasy to the player. It's not that you are the hero in this case, you are the end. And this is the power fantasy drenched in the dark tone of Warhammer.
For me, I don't know, like the DLC isn't like, it just feels like another DLC with a cool hero, you know, like with the famous hero, you know, like I just don't know, it just doesn't, it's not really like, as someone who doesn't really play Warhammer, like I'm just a bit like, it just seems like another DLC pack with a cool hero and like a slightly better DLC pack. But again, just kind of my opinion, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, again, maybe if you like really enjoy the game, like a lot more than I do, then maybe you'll be like I imagine like it still sounds cool and stuff, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's like the end times is such a big thing, and I feel like, I don't know, a bit like seems like a bit like a DLC update pack.
There'll be the spells that are all unique to him, and we'll be making
compared to something like a good comparison actually is like in Mortal Empires. When that came out, I was like, oh, this is like completely re-game shaping, you know, and that's kind of in my head what the end times would be, is like a complete reshape of the game to facilitate the end times. And it kind of just feels like a probably slightly more expensive game. I don't know, maybe, again, I'm kind of just saying it from what we're seeing, so I don't know.
Hounds, Tomb Kings, etc.
I can give you one thing. He's going to be bringing all of that good stuff that you just mentioned together. So he's going to be in command of the Vampire Counts, the Vampire Coast, and the Tomb Kings. He is the proper puppet master of them all, which I think is going to be a lovely, you know, nod back to what we all enjoyed in Warhammer in the past, having control of all of this undeath. He's also then, as we were talking about before, having that corruption element, where once he's seeded himself into this world, he's going to kill everything off, and nothing's going to be able to come back from it. So he's going to be super exciting to play.
That is pretty exciting, but while Nagash, he always stands above the great god of death, he does have to delegate to somebody. Is there any other kind of features or minions or anyone that what is he going to be relying upon to bring the world to ultimate silence?
So, first of all, it's important to say that unlike other undead factions that are comprised of different characters with different complicated relations, Nagash's faction is Nagash, his race is Nagash, everything revolves around Nagash and his will and his ultimate ambition to dominate over a dead world. In order to achieve that, he relies on his corruption, he relies over all the variety
we've only got the
under his command.
We've only got the end time stuff for Warhammer so far. They haven't talked about anything about the historical Total War,
and in battle.
They haven't talked about 40k Total War. I'm kind of thinking that they might not announce 40k Total War until the PC gaming show later tonight. I think they might just do Medieval 3, and that'll be it. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get everything.
Who are these special characters that are obedient to him and serve his will. And in the game we're representing, I believe, all of them, Victor?
All 9 of them, the ones that were present in the End Times books.
So the canon ones, very fun.
The canon ones, so you can expect that when you play Nagash, they'll be doing their own things that are currently in Total War, those of them that are already there. And in time, when you grow strong enough, you'll be able to exert your will and call them to you. You will be able to choose in what sequence you, in what order you summon them. Some will be easier, some will be harder to dominate, and you'll be able to make them stronger in the process. Like when they become his lieutenants, they don't do it out of pure adoration. Some of them do, like Arkan, but others are just tempted by power. So when they become Mortarchs, they will receive new abilities.
So Nagash is basically Sauron.
Some of them get special mounts like
of Warhammer. Nagash is basically Sauron
into battle, and they're also like when they join you, they'll be like bringing their lens with you, so to speak, but you'll be draining them of life in the way Nagash does with everything. So.
Coming with a proper upgrade for those Mortarchs, which is very exciting, and probably some goodies I imagine the other undead will be looking to as well, when it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this DLC costs more.
That we're adding, where appropriate, will be receiving other factions like vampire counts will be receiving access to them.
That's all really exciting. I can't wait to just collect the full set of them. For those of us that have that kind of completionist itch, there's something very nice about having that full little grouping under Nagash's claw. But speaking of other just exciting things that are going to be happening with the End Times and or Nagash, what would you say for you personally is going to be the most exciting thing that's coming with all of this exciting new DLC and content?
Well, one itch I've been wanting to scratch is to get the Realm of Chaos battlefields actually into Immortal Empires. As you know, they don't feature within that map at the moment. So this is a new way in which we want you to experience those larger-than-life, colourful battlefields that the Realms of Chaos each have. And there'll be ways for you to transport yourself to those battlefields, to have those epic battles with the adversaries of the demons and the light, and have a lot of fun there and bring much more life and flair to Immortal Empires.
So having those maps where we're fighting in the realm of Slaanesh and Nurgle and all those horrible but so beloved dark gods.
Exactly that.
Well, just to build up a bit on that, like for me as a player, like some of the best battlefield maps we've done is in the Realm of Chaos, and now that Immortal Empires have become the definitive.
Yeah,
way
I mean, I think definitely I agree with that. Some of the best Warhammer maps, especially Warhammer 3, were like the Khorne ones with the rivers of blood and stuff, were awesome. And I think what one am I thinking of? The bird one, the bird maps are also awesome. I can't remember who that is, but yeah.
Visual way that is more dramatic than what we currently can do with just corruption. You know, corruption changes a bit of the environment, but not to this extent. So we'd like, with End Times scenario, for really truly epic, apocalyptic things to happen, like volcanoes erupting, fissures opening up, like bottomless chasms, and meteors falling down, splintered from the Chaos Moon. And we would like that to change the campaign map rather permanently, and to provide different gameplay there. Once,
Tzeentch, yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of Tzeentch. I was like, Nurgle, Khorne.
It would be triggered in some cases by the game. In some instances,
the blue one, the blue bird,
to wield it like a super weapon. In some cases, the player themselves will be able to use them. But like there will be examples in the lore we would like to really show visually, and also with music. We are writing bespoke music for those events. Like when a certain endgame scenario happens, you as a player will know you're in this moment that things are changing. Like the visuals of the campaign map will change.
Yeah, I think I agree as well. Like I think, and the only reason why I'm muting it as well to talk is just because I think most people here are just here for the historical stuff. I apologize if you are wanting to listen to this and don't want to hear me yapping. But yeah, I think for me, it's just, I don't think, like, Warhammer is a great game. It's just, yeah, I'm just a bit bored of it, you know? 9 years is a long time. But I'm excited for anybody else who's, like, really looking forward to this, because, yeah, I'm sure this is going to kick some ass.
So this will be affecting actual game, it's not just cosmetic, this will be affecting actual gameplay on the campaign.
Yes, on the campaign map, the provinces will work in a different way after a cataclysmic event has happened to them. And there will be also different battle maps, too.
I'm okay with that, but our jungles.
No.
Realms of Chaos battlefields and Devastation is cool. I really admire them. What I'm most excited about personally is the narrative chains that we're preparing
Imagine if they just
the lords we're introducing, and also some of the existing
Imagine
lords,
if they just didn't announce it.
And I'm really, really curious and excited as a Total War player to see how we will be able to tell the story of Nagash's rise to power and his domination over the world while still retaining the sandbox.
Avatar Conquest would be goated. Avatar Conquest would be so cool.
So regardless of which character you're picking, you'll have the ability to get involved in these storylines of like the rise of Nagash and stuff, even though you're playing such and such way on the other side of the planet. You can, if you want, you can get really involved with these storylines.
Well, yeah, if you're not playing as Nagash, it's very likely that you will have to survive the rise of power of Nagash. Whereas if you play as Nagash, you will be the one that rises to power step by step while you are doing your conquest and your spread of corruption and the extinguishing of life around you.
Excellent. So for a lot of us players, this is incredibly exciting, and there's a lot of changes and just wild things happening, and everything's quite literally on fire. And although we've touched a little bit on it, just to be kind of clear when it comes to the End Times as an experience, this is still focusing on that sandbox experience of Total War Warhammer. It's not purely narrative, but it has narrative aspects, but it's still sticking to the core fundamentals.
Yeah, as you know, Total War is a storytelling machine, and we want players to be able to still tell their own stories through the sandbox nature.
Somehow Alfred the Great
the end time now featuring in Immortal Empire.
That's an amazing,
exactly that. You can
amazing joke.
go ahead and, as we talked about earlier, play as Archaon and destroy this world, end it completely. But on the flip side, we want to let you have those different stories, also things that maybe didn't happen, but you'd like to think how they might have played out.
The next big Total War has to be
over the world and bringing death.
Has to be big. It has to be a big milestone.
I know many people are going to be hopping right into Karl Franz Saves the Day.
Hope so.
We're exploring different apocalyptic scenarios that could have ended the world in the canon, but didn't, because we all know Chaos won. But we're looking for other what if possibilities that could have happened.
Well, that is all extremely exciting stuff in my very, very biased but professional opinion. But beyond the end times, is there anything else we all can be looking forward to for Total War Warhammer?
So, one very important thing that we're all quite excited about to announce is that with the release of the Lord of the End Times pack, you no longer need to own Warhammer 1 or Warhammer 2 or Warhammer 3 to experience the Immortal Empires.
That is quite big. That's a really good
Purchase
thing.
Just one of the packs, and you will gain access to the Immortal Empires, where you can play with
Like
what
that's
you
good.
purchased
That's really good.
against everything else that's in the companion. So you can purchase just Nagash from your shirt, and you can play as Nagash from your shirt in the Immortal Empires and extinguish the life in this doomed world.
So Nagash Stan can just come in, buy just this, get whole Immortal Empires, and just go crazy, and then be like, job done.
Exactly. This is an exciting moment for us all because we're lowering the entry point barrier for all of the players. So
I mean, it just means they can sell more DLC, literally.
New players that want to experience
have Warhammer 1 and then just buy DLC.
Immortal Empires and Warhammer 3 Total War is.
Well, that is just amazing. I am so excited to see all of this come to fruition, all of your incredible hard work. Thank you so much to Rich, Victor, and Todor for joining me
boys,
here to discuss the end times and what all it's bringing to us in the future, which is just...
We're wrapping up Warhammer.
Can't wait. Thank you, everyone, so much at home for joining us. We hope that you had a good time, and we will see you around.
Shout out to Lore Master as well. Did a great job there, Lord Master Sotek. Right, boys, here we go.
Total War has a long and storied history, and alongside the game announcements we're sharing with you today, we'd like to reveal more about the latest evolution of the game engine that will be powering our future ambitions.
Yeah, this is the new engine.
To give you more of an insight into what's
exciting.
going on, I'm joined by Ellie and Roberto from our core technology team. Guys, do you want to do a quick introduction? Maybe Ellie.
This is about the new engine, so this is exciting,
I'm
boys.
Ellie
Lock in.
and I'm the technical art director on Total War.
Perfect, thank you. And Roberto?
I'm Roberto Gerali, and I'm the core technology director for Total War.
Perfect. Thank you, guys, and thank you for joining me for this chat today.
Thank you.
So for those who maybe don't know, like me, what is an engine? What does the engine do for Total War?
So it's the tools, it's the toolbox really of the game developers. It's the graphics renderer, it's, you know, core gameplay kind of components that the teams
That's a
build
French
upon
house,
to make our,
right?
you know, our game experiences unique. It's
Lock
the
in.
animation system.
What does that look like? Oh, it's like a French
lot of
World War
core
I house, no?
features that, you know, all of Total War games actually benefit from, and we build upon those in our unique products.
Why is Total War's engine so important?
Well, the engine is the foundation for all our titles, and when we saw the incredible lineup ahead of us, well, we decided that we needed to level up our technology to support these fantastic visions. So it's quite an exciting challenge.
Yeah,
We're a
it's
small
huge.
team with proprietary tech.
It's
but,
massive.
We're
that
really
they've
excited to
upgraded
bring
it.
something new
Hopefully it's good.
to Total War. And so today we're happy to reveal the new iteration, the new evolution of the game engine, Warcore. And we'd be happy to talk about it today.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the current version of our engine. We started evolving that from 2009, and all the products you've seen since then. We've been iterating on that engine, but we realized that with the lineup of games we had and the features we wanted to deliver, we really had to redesign some of those foundations.
So this is taking what Total War is.
Yeah,
at its
this
core
is
and
what Total
then
War's going to
taking
look
it to
like.
that next level, like you said, leveling up, right? What does this mean for Total War players? What can they expect to see and experience in future Total War games?
Is the Gate Bog in Rome 1
We
gone
really
now?
wanted to upgrade the type of visuals you could see in the game, you know, to keep, you know, competitive with what everyone else is seeing in other games at the moment. Total War games are rendering so much on screen at the same time. You've got VFX, characters, massive battlefields.
So many
characters. We really had to rethink.
Does that mean we're actually getting large-scale battles now?
The techniques we
Instead
used
of
to
like
render some of
1,000 be
that stuff
1,000?
because we wanted to upgrade the fidelity everywhere. Some of those things include new lighting techniques, dynamic shadowing. We've improved our screen space ambient occlusion, which means you're going to see much more fidelity in the self-shadowing of models on the terrain. Gives it much more realistic feel. The meshes and the textures now, because of improved rendering techniques, we're able to put more fidelity in those things.
Like,
and
that
not,
looks very
compromise on that performance.
Oh,
of
it's a
gameplay.
medieval
We
house.
also
That's
have
medieval
looked
3,
at
right?
new
Like
rendering
that
techniques
house.
for VFX. So where you see projectiles, there will be high fidelity because we've now got a new
They're
ribbon
bullets,
technology,
right?
which
Yeah,
means
they're-
we're not going to have so
yeah.
many overlapping.
Oh, no,
particles,
okay,
which means
maybe
it's
not.
more performant, and it means we can get crisper kind of projectile
World War One?
visuals.
Question mark?
Yeah, our
What is
players may
it?
be familiar with Warscape, which is our renderer, and we've created a new version in Worker powered by DirectX 12.
So it's all going to contribute towards the overall immersion of what our battles are like, I guess, as well. And does this apply to campaign as well? So these kind of like new lighting abilities and things like that we'll have in the game, will people see that across both campaign and battle?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, yes, they will. It'll be across the the render is kind of like a layer on top of the entire.
Just give
game
me
engine, so you'll
larger
see
scale
improvements in
battles. That's
areas.
all I want.
On the battle
Larger
side,
battles.
we've actually decided to integrate Havoc and the physics system into our gameplay. It means that the buildings are more dynamically destructible. You can then use that as part of your strategic gameplay to sort of pathfind to new areas of the map. It's
And the Battle AI will also respond to this, so we've rehauled the Battle AI to be also able to utilize all these new advancements and be more strategic as well.
So you can use these like destructible environments to your tactical advantage, but also your enemies are going to be doing the same.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, the Battle AI now, it takes more it takes more of an advantage of reinforcements and more dynamic abilities as well. So it's really leveled up.
Awesome. And what about campaign? Are we going to see a lot of advancements in that area as well?
Yeah, we've put a lot of work into campaign. We've rewritten it to be modular so that each different game can really use these building blocks to create custom, amazing experiences. And with this, like the campaign AI goes hand in hand. So that will also evolve and use what we call a forward model. So it will simulate future states of the game to make better strategic decisions.
Yeah, I mean, we've needed this for so
What
long.
does this mean for animations then?
So we've actually rewritten a lot of our animation system. It's now a graph-based node system, which means we can layer animation behaviors and create more variety and fidelity. Some of the things the players may see is more complex movement like strafing and more complex vehicle movement, something that we've been challenged with.
Yeah,
with
it's
our
like
previous version, but
vehicles.
we wanted to
Vehicles
do
being
more,
talked about is
and bring
obviously
more to the
huge.
gameplay.
Yeah, the team has really done a great job, I feel, with our new animation system. And there's something else, right?
Yes, of course. With Total War, quite a key part of it is blood and gore. We wanted to make this more visceral, more realistic.
But they're going to be able to get their 12
some of parts of the
rating.
dismemberment system, so you'll see more dismemberment, limbs popping off, interacting with terrain and sitting on the
Buy
train.
now
and-
for
yeah, very
$9.99. Yeah, I mean, that's
Sorry for the
40k.
mocap
Yeah,
actors
it's all 40k,
We didn't
right?
chop them off.
Oh, okay. That's a relief. We've talked a lot about all these pretty awesome advancements that are going to be coming to Total War in the future. But Total War, of course, has a 25-year legacy on PC. Does this new engine allow us to look further afield in regards to the hardware we develop for?
Oh yeah, we've been wanting for a bit now to expand our horizons and to bring our franchise to players regardless of the hardware they use. So we're quite happy that the new engine also allows us to take our future titles on PlayStation and Xbox.
I mean, I assumed
as
that
well
was coming
PC.
as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's great.
we can finally allow console players to experience Total War.
Yeah.
But we're
like,
still going to be,
Bannerlord
of
does
course,
it, and so
maintaining
many
that
people play
same focus
Bannerlord
on the deep strategy
console.
ethos that we encompass, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to remain true to our soul. So we're not having like a knee-jerk reaction to put in our games on console. We absolutely want to. We love the Total War formula and the complexity, the depth, and this is something that we want to keep regardless of the hardware. So PC players, I don't think they'll see any major changes to the product they love.
I mean,
because we love it as well.
I don't think that. I think that's true. I think you
going
have
on
to
console is
change
really,
stuff.
A way to expand, also to our to other players.
Great.
There will be
what
some
are we aiming
stuff.
to achieve with Warcore then? What's the goal of this new engine?
Yeah, we wanted to give Total War the strongest foundation it ever had.
No, it'll be
But
console
really
for
here,
sure.
we wanted to look at the future. So the engine now is at its infancy, so it will evolve and get better and better over time. But even now, yeah, we feel it's the most powerful foundation we've ever had. And we are thinking long term. So players will see over time more and more improvements coming to it.
Yeah, like Roberto says, it's in its infancy now, but you will see improvements in terms of the rendering, in terms of things like destruction and all those interesting new features. But we want to build upon those in the releases we've got to come. We've got, plans to keep iterating on those features.
Yeah, I think players will already see something great, but you're really excited about what they can see even 2, 3, 10 years from now, and that's what we're trying to build, yeah. And it's also something we've built for our staff, so to give them more powerful tools, to be able to create even better games. So yeah, streamline our internal pipelines, make them more efficient.
Okay, we really wanted to improve the developer experience. So we've worked on like unified tools and unified experience and workflows and improving that experience all around.
Good for the players and good for the developers as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, the new engine sounds great.
win-win.
Give it, as long as
Amazing.
hopefully
Well,
they've
thank
made
you
the
both
scale
for joining
bigger.
me for
They
this chat
can
today.
with the new, so hopefully the scale's
Up
bigger.
next, we are going to be taking a look at what's to come for our historical players.
It's happening, boys. Is it Medieval 3? Hold! Hold! Hold!
Hi, I'm Pavel. It's incredible to be standing in front of you today, not just as a developer, but as a lifelong fan. I've been playing Total War for 25 years, first discovering the franchise through Shogun, before becoming completely captivated by Medieval. That passion led me to join Creative Assembly in 2005, where I've been fortunate to contribute to most of our historical Total War releases, from Medieval 2 all the way up to Three Kingdoms. And today, I'm absolutely thrilled to be here as the game director of our next major historical title.
Medieval 3.
The franchise was created not
come
only because of our
on, you
love
can't
of
just
strategy
say that
games,
and not
but from
do
a
it.
deep love of history. From the very beginning, our goal has been to bring the past to life in immersive, authentic
Give it
worlds,
to us.
giving players a chance to relive and reshape it in a way only Total War can. We know that same passion for history lives in our community. You've been asking for a return to the roots
Yeah,
of what made
here we
historical
go.
Total War
Medieval
so special,
3.
and that's exactly what we're setting out to do. So today, we're proud to reveal the next chapter in Total War's historical legacy. It's a game we've dreamt of making for a very long time. This is more than just a
Say
game.
it.
It's the rebirth of historical Total War.
Trailer, it's a weird trailer. I'm going to be quiet, okay, for all of us. Charlemagne.
We rule by divine right. And yet our realm is far from holy.
The armies we command paint red the map.
Why fight when hearts and minds are easily swayed?
The realm is ours, only when our enemies lie dead.
Patience and time will beget our gain.
We are stability,
dignity,
and authority.
We bear the weight of pain.
And of defeat.
Greatness shall ever define us.
And we shall never
be forgotten.
Forgotten.
So,
how will you
shape your realm?
How will
you
make history?
Make
history.
Make history.
Hey! Medieval 3, baby!
Yes, Medieval 3 is real. So many of you have long desired a sequel to this special series, and today we're thrilled to confirm that it's in early pre-production. The Medieval series holds a special place in the hearts of many. And this
Early
game will be both a
pre-production, which
tribute
means
to its
40k is
predecessors
like
and
the
a
next
bold
one.
step forward. We're drawing direct inspiration from what made those past games unforgettable, and for it to herald the rebirth of historical Total War.
Nice. Well, yeah, you got to do
Our
something.
vision for the game is ambitious but clear. We want Medieval 3 to be the definitive Total War experience set in the medieval era. A game where you don't just relive history, you rewrite it. In gameplay terms, that means choosing your realm, forging your legacy, and altering the course of history with a level of player agency we have never achieved before in a Total War title. Now, we are in early pre-production with Med3, and we're announcing early to take you on our development journey with us, where we can, via blogs and other updates. We've never announced something this early before, and we are excited to engage with you
so
throughout
yeah,
this journey.
40k is
We've
next.
started to
then.
build the foundation for Medieval 3, and over time, we will be able to share more about the game as it comes to life. There's a lot more to come, and we can't wait to share it with you. So let's dive in and meet some of the team.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, if it's going to be a little while, it's going to be years until it comes out.
Hi, I'm Cody Bonds,
Ooh,
and
Cody,
I'm excited to be
nice.
here today with the team making Total War Medieval 3. I've been covering Total War on YouTube for a number of years now. I have a degree in
Very
archaeology from
snazzy,
media,
Cody.
and I can't wait to meet you guys. So can you introduce yourselves?
Hey Cody, my name is Leif. I'm the creative director on Total War Medieval 3.
And I'm Luke. I'm a senior game designer on Total War Medieval 3.
People have been asking for Medieval 3 since probably the day after Medieval 2 released. What does it feel like to finally announce this game that people have been looking forward to for so long?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting, also a bit intimidating, but really exciting. And, you know, in fact, this is really the game that a lot of us came to join CA to really be part of. I was dreaming about making this game one day. I remember when I joined in 2016 first, I was crossing my fingers and hoping that this would be, please let it be Med 3. So this is it, right? This is our magnum opus. Over the years, of course, we toyed with the idea of making this game. It really feels like now is the right time for it. Medieval 3 is, of course, the sequel to Medieval 2, but it also follows on, you know, a long history now of Total War games, 20 years since, where we learned a lot about making Total War games, and we're really excited to carry this into Medieval 3. So expectations are high. Expectations are really high for us as developers, for us as fans of the series as well, right? And the expectations are high in the community out there. And that was actually one of the main inspirations of announcing this earlier than we've ever done, to bring the community on this journey with us, to speak to our fans what this game is all about.
We're all really hyped about making the game. As Leif said, we're all fans. We've been playing for years. I have a background in medieval history, so for me it's a dream come true. And I think that's true for most of the people on the project for all different reasons. So there's loads of excitement in the studio at the moment.
If you're drawing on all this excitement, what is the vision for the game itself?
We want Medieval 3
got some
to be
artwork
all
back
about
there.
rewriting history. And Total War has always been about painting the map, your color, of course, and Medieval 3 will have that as a key element still, but it's no longer the single most important element of your game. Much more ways of how we want players to be able to reach through the window to the world and influence the world around them, and add more ways of how the world speaks back to the player and acknowledges the actions that the player has taken. What Kingdom of England will you create in your campaign? Playing as the Holy Roman Empire, will you be able to unite the empire, or will you perhaps accelerate the fragmentation and form an early Kingdom of Germany? And it's not just about your own realm, it's also about what happens to all the realms in the world. In your game, if the Byzantine Empire falls, what will the consequence be? And what about the world itself and the people that live in it? What about the dynamics of urbanization? What about the medieval estates? How will the world develop?
I don't just want like another Paradox game though. That's the thing. Like I don't want just another CK3. But again,
so you're talking about the medieval era, but that can be quite wide or small era depending on who you ask. So when you say medieval, what do you mean in this game? What's the setting?
I'll say we haven't fixed a start date yet, but we know that like Medieval 2, we want to set the game in the sort of high to late medieval period, 12th to the 15th century.
Yeah, that's a
leave
good
little bit to the side.
date. Lots of stuff
And
happening.
I've always felt like the high and a little bit of the late period is really the most recognizably true medieval period. It has all the stuff that you might expect to find,
Yeah.
like knights and castles. It has crusades, plague, of course. There's the big names like Barbarossa, Saladin, Eleanor of Aquitaine, and of course Richard the Lionheart.
Oh,
In
it
the
is
east, you have
Jerusalem worth.
these rising powers, the Ayyubids, the Mamluks, the Mongols, and later the Ottomans. And then in the west, there are these sort of slow and steady kingdoms forming and gaining power, like France and Castile. And then in Central Europe, the Holy Roman Empire is mired by civil war, and the Italian free city states are forming these sort of bullish trade empires and stalking the Mediterranean. And then there's the sort of somehow still heartbreaking fall of the Byzantines, the East Romans, first at the hand of the Christians in the Fourth Crusade, and then later defeated by the Ottomans.
There's a
it's
lot
really
of time
rich
stuff
and
they can
vibrant
do.
period, and I think it's a great setting for us. I like to see it sort of as a chaotic world where people are trying to establish some sort of order onto it. So rulers are trying things out. They might be new things or old things. That could be an economic system or a military strategy or a political gambit. And they don't really know if it's going to work, but they try it anyway. And I find that really compelling. You see things like brotherhood and oaths of fealty, even chivalry, creating these sort of bonds that hold society together. So it's also a world of promise. And those promises are set in the context of people's personal ambitions. So the result is often just carnage, and what better setting for a total war game?
It sounds like you're talking about the realm almost like as it's a person itself, not focusing on individuals, but as managing the whole kingdom.
Yeah, no heroes,
Yeah,
please.
I think for us it was really important
No
to
heroes.
Lean into the fact of that long time period and the progression and the amount of change that
kingdoms
happened.
rather than heroes.
One thing we discussed was how in that time period, in the medieval time, there wasn't really the notion of nationhood or nations or states. But really, at the end of the medieval era, we are entering that realm of possibilities where you have something like nations forming. So it's really about these medieval realms.
I mean, I
finding
don't mind
themselves
that, I
and
guess.
defining
Like, it could be a nice
themselves
way
in
of
that era.
ending the game is
And
by
it
forming
seemed like
Great
a great
Britain
backdrop
or
to give
forming
players that
Germany.
authorship.
But, like, I don't know.
Not just in a single lifetime.
I just feel
of
like a
ruler,
lot of Pirates
but really
games are
in a
just
line
like
of
goofy
succession,
because you can
that
form
leads
random
through the entire
nations, you
era.
know, and it's like,
And
oh,
there are
look
these
at
great
that, the
dynasties
Italians
to
have
draw
formed two
inspiration
Sicilies,
from,
that's
whether it's the
crazy.
Plantagenets or the
I don't want that to be the
Capetians, and
focus of the game.
I think one of the really nice things about this project is going back to total wars that run across decades and centuries.
Yeah, that's
rather,
cool, though. I like
than
that.
a smaller or shorter period of time. It gives us a lot of space to talk about these grand, sort of slow-moving historical processes, as well as the really sort of spiky moments, the drama and the excitement of the events that happen.
One thing we sometimes talk about is how we want the game ultimately to feel very different in the early parts of your game versus the end.
Yeah, that's really
You know, we
important.
want
Of
to
course
create
it
an
is.
experience where 150 years in, you look back at the achievements and maybe failures and tragic moments and traumatic turn of events as part of your game, how the world has changed, partially under your feather, but also partially just through the events of the sandbox, which is really compelling for a Total War game.
You gentlemen have both obviously done a tremendous amount of research for this game and can draw upon that at will. But how will that history help inform the gameplay experience?
I'll go bold here and say I don't think there is gameplay without history. Whether you're making a fantasy game or a sci-fi game or historical, chances are that part of that draws a parallel to the past. So that might be a cool weapon or a unit or a whole feature set, but it probably is inspired from history. And I think that's what makes those gameplay features feel really fun to play. It's satisfying. They feel believable, they're grounded, they're real, even if they're a little bit fantastical. I think one of the cool things about working on a medieval game is that we have access to all these great sources, these manuscripts, these treaties and agreements, pipe rolls, artifacts, or the work of other historians that we can really draw on. And that directly goes into the content of the game. So that might be the weapons or the armor, the buildings, and we all love it when a TV show or a game gets the details just right.
Yeah, I mean,
think we also
40K
kinda
is
love it
next
a little bit when we get it wrong
100%.
too.
I think this is
But
what I was
think we can say
unsure
that we
about, but
wanna
40K
make
for
the most
sure.
authentic Total War we've ever made. And that means going beyond the content. It's also about looking at historical relationships. So when you play our game, We want you to feel like you're in medieval
40K
shoes, that
will be the
problems
next
that you're
Total War
facing
for
are
sure,
problems
Ben, because they said this is in pre-production, so 40K will be, I think, next year maybe.
Are the same tools.
Maybe it'll be the year after, but.
So we look at the core systems of the game, like the economy or the recruitment or characters, buildings, and we think, okay, why did these work in the way that they did in the medieval period? Taking recruitment as an example, when you raise an army in our game, we want it to feel truly medieval. And where did medieval armies come from? Well, there aren't really standing armies, like in the modern day at least. It's probably more from oaths of fealty, from vassals to their lords. So we want you to feel like you're raising your banners, like you're mustering your forces or summoning the prince electors. And of course, it's not a PhD thesis, it's a game, and the fun definitely comes first. But if we can inspire people to look
let's
into
give us
history
like
because of our
a
game,
retinue system would
maybe
be
learn a thing
cool.
or two, I think that would be great. And like, I got into history because of Total War, so it would be great to replay the favor.
Yeah, I think we ultimately set out to make the ultimate medieval strategy sandbox, right? And for that, the
population
simulation
as
of
well
the
would be
medieval
so
world is really
good.
important. And like Luke was saying, the representation of the forces and dynamics, that's really key. It's absolutely important to get, the armor right and the details on the helmets, but really capturing the forces and dynamics that moved the world at the time and making sure the player feels them and interacts with them. That's really
it's just key. It's just key art. So
there's so much you guys are juggling to get right in here. And there's so many cool elements that clearly are building on things from the past and looking at them in completely new ways. But what's the one key element you're really looking at to focus on here for your team?
I think that's a really interesting one to pin down because there's so much excitement and passion in the studio and team for Medieval 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hyped.
There's a great
I'm so hyped
where
for it.
We were sharing some
Be
concept
good.
art with the wider Total War team, and the concept art was presenting some ideas around the upgrades of armor and how better techniques and more expertise in armor creation could be represented visually.
Yeah, I mean, we had that in Medieval 2.
from someone not actually working on the game, explaining to me the details of placketing and how it was done and what the benefits of it were. So a lot of passion in the wider Total War team.
We had that back in Medieval 2.
It comes down to one thing.
But, I mean, I'd be definitely good to have it back.
Sandbox, to really bring the medieval world to life, to give you the option to interact with this world, feel the forces that were at play at the time, and really feel like this is truly a medieval game where you get to rewrite history.
We're wrapping up, so we're getting the next fantasy.
And that's Total War Medieval 3.
Okay,
Thank you
what's
to the
next,
development team for
boys?
coming out today
40K?
and revealing this truly astounding
I think
game.
40K
that
has
I
to
think
be a
we're
lot
all
further
excited
along
to
than
see
this.
Be developed in the future. Obviously, it's early days, but we can look forward to
Yeah,
news updates
40K
as they
has
come
to be
out,
close.
and hopefully play a game where you can truly rewrite history.
But awesome, Medieval 3. That's what we've all wanted. Give it to us, raw and wriggling, and we're good. Okay, next game, let's do it.
Getting to work in Total War is like nothing else.
Working on Total War is definitely an experience.
Please don't say that's
It's
it.
different every day.
It's never boring.
Challenging. Working on Total War is an absolute
Hey,
dream
it's
come
our
true.
boy Josh!
A franchise that's
Josh
so close to my
Fago.
heart.
I like to solve problems, and Total War throws endless amounts of design problems at you.
Working with people who are passionate about what they do and the world they're building makes it a really excellent place to be.
Coming into work where I get to write about the Crusades one minute and the fantasy apocalypse the next is like nothing else.
Making Total War games feels like just bringing that fantasy, that imagination to life.
And the games are always challenging, but the challenge is something that we love to tackle.
It's a franchise that has taken us to many, many different places, so nothing's ever the same.
It's really great to be part of something that means so much to so many people.
I don't think there's anything quite like it.
The fact it's 2, sometimes 3 massive games rolled into one.
It combines strategy gaming and real-time battles like no other game.
It's this unique mix that no real other game kind of does it the same.
You really kind of get that view as if you're a god looking at this world.
It's all interactable and you can manipulate everything in the world.
Also, it gives you that real immersion, so then you can like follow that through line
No,
all the way
it
down
can't be
to like, an
it.
individual
I mean,
soldier
they might
and
hold
zooming in on
40K
battlefield.
until
feel like you're
the
right in
PC
there with
gaming
the
show.
troops and
I'm
then with
kind
the
of
campaign
dreading
side,
they
you get a
will.
lot of
Surely
the
they'll give us
gameplay
something.
and the strategic side of
They could announce it
elements of
today
the
now
campaign.
and then
It's just
show
a really
gameplay
cool, nice
later.
synergy that works really well.
So for me, what makes it special is the ability to bring history to life.
To bring players into so many different places, and not many other games can say
I think
that.
We have people who are interested in history, in strategy, and of course, fantasy.
It's the ultimate time machine, a socioeconomic war simulator that transports you back in time.
How does it feel to work on a game franchise that is 25 years old?
Exhausting.
It is crazy to think that it's 25 years since the first Total War
Yeah,
game.
That's pretty special. 25 years is a long time.
It feels old.
They might hold 40k to a PC Gamer
Great
show,
to be part of
honestly.
something that's been here for this
I'd be surprised they won't put it in this.
Unbelievable
but
and amazing.
Maybe.
I never thought I would be part of Total War.
It's lovely to have been here for so long and seen our games develop, seen the tech develop.
We want to iterate and improve on aspects, but we are always keen to make sure we don't disappoint our fans, we don't change Total War too much.
But also, we need to move forward and do new things and innovate.
So we have a responsibility to keep it true to what makes Total War so
Don't know.
special.
I mean, they could
but
just go
also
on to it still.
carry it
Because they're
to
talking
the
about
future
like
and
the
keep
future
delivering
of
new
Total War,
epic
right? So
experiences that are gonna
that is
stand the test of
40k. I
time.
think 40k is going
It's
to
a
be very
wonderful thing
different.
to be able to be part of something that has such a long and lasting legacy.
And it's stood the test of time. It's one of those great franchises.
Few games
They might tease
get to
it.
celebrate that milestone.
I think they're going to tease
and
it,
this
and
game
then they'll
happens to
show
be something
gameplay at the
very
PC
special.
gaming show tonight.
And it also feels like it's not just a milestone and it's getting older, it's just the beginning of something new and where we're going next.
We all together as a team bring it to the future.
To the future, sci-fi. I'm dotting it all together.
And that almost brings us to the end of our anniversary showcase.
Almost. They're not doing
What a celebration it's been.
They're dropping a trailer.
25 years ago, we set
They're
out to build
dropping
a
it.
strategy experience unlike any other. What began as a single game has grown into a franchise full of unforgettable moments.
It's like
which have been
eight. It's
shared
like
by
in
tens
3-4
of
hours, I
millions of
think.
players
It's
around the
quite
world.
late.
Today, we've celebrated that legacy by announcing a
Yeah.
return to one of the
They'll-
most
they'll-
beloved
they'll
eras
drop
in
a
Total
trailer
War
at the
history,
end.
Medieval 3.
Let's do it.
And we're preparing for the Cataclysm with the Lords of the End Times DLC and the End Times update for Warhammer 3. Few games get to celebrate such a monumental milestone, but we're eager and excited to spend many more years with you all. When we say your support means the world to
Go
us, we
on,
mean it.
don't leave us
Whether
with
you're
no
playing our
40k
games, watching our
announcement.
newest
That'd be
trailers, submitting bug
crazy.
feedback, or commenting Med3 when on every social post imaginable.
It has
All of
to be
this
a
contributes
fade
to
away.
creating the bedrock
A
for Total
fade away
War
40k
success.
trailer.
Finally, before we end
Yeah,
today,
here we go.
we have one last thing to share.
Let's go. Here we go. 40k trailer.
Hi everyone, I am Attila, game director on the next major title being developed at Creative Assembly. Whilst we are not ready to unveil the project in all of its glory, it represents one of the most ambitious
you're
games
not
we have
gonna
ever
do that
worked
to
on
us,
as a studio,
man.
and we can't wait to share it with you. We would like to invite you to
Yeah,
tune in to
PC
the Game
Gamer.
Awards on
Yeah,
December
Game
11th
Awards.
to watch the world premiere announcement trailer for our next Total War title.
40k.
After that moment, we look forward to sharing more with
They
you.
didn't announce.
Once
I mean, I
again,
guess it makes
from
sense.
all of us today, thank you.
It makes sense. Any hints at all? Oh, I'm so sad they didn't announce it. It looks like we'll be back here on the 11th, boys. When is the 11th? Is it a weekend? Am I here? Yeah, next Thursday. Can't believe they didn't announce it. Hey, we got Medieval 3. I mean, I do, yeah. That kind of sucks that we didn't. Kind of sucks. I mean, it was mainly Warhammer. I thought it would be mainly Warhammer, but still, I was kind of hoping. We'd get a trailer at the end there, a fadeaway trailer. I mean, yeah. Medieval 3 was what I was unsure about. I was unsure if it was going to be Medieval 3 or Empire or something else. I'm very sure that it's 40k. And I guess that's coming next Thursday. With probably gameplay as well. So this is why I think as well it's probably they didn't want to show it here. Because they had like Medieval 3 is in pre-production, so it's only just coming together, you know, they're only just starting to develop the world and everything. There's still lots of decisions to be made. Whereas 40k I think will be releasing next year or very soon the year after. So because of that, we'll be getting gameplay and we'll be getting like a real look at the game. I don't think it will just be a trailer. Oh, it could just be a trailer. I don't think it will be. I think we'll actually get gameplay, and that's why they're saving it for a release. I don't think it's Star Wars first. I know that they have the rights for Star Wars, but everyone's saying it's 40k first, and then they're gonna move on to Star Wars. Like that's been the rhetoric for years now. So unless something's changed, then who knows? But yeah, like it's 100% is. Well, I guess we'll see next Thursday. Make sure you tune back in so you can say, "Ha, Jackie, I told you so." But yeah, I mean, I as I said, I don't think it. Like everything I've heard is pointed towards it being 40k, and Star Wars is coming later. And yeah, so I guess next Thursday, so we'll stream it again next Thursday. We'll stream the announcement, which will be pretty exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, really excited for that. And yeah, I think it's 40k and Star Wars in the future. Honestly, so yeah, I think what we'll be doing is what we're going to be doing, conquering planet systems. I mean, who knows? But yeah, Medieval 3 looks cool. Again, obviously, be interesting to see how it develops. Again, I don't think they know how it's going to develop yet, by the sounds of it. So, yeah, I don't know when the Game Awards is. I don't know where the Total War slot is either. But yeah, we'll be live. Just make sure you check the channel. So so Game Awards is the 11th, so Thursday, so next week, this time next week ish. I don't know when they show like the go away. I'm not sure when they show trailers and stuff, right? Yeah, I don't know when they show trailers and stuff for it, but I'll figure it out close to the time, I guess. But yeah, very exciting. So I wouldn't hold you guys anymore. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Actually, no, what do you guys think of it? I don't want to just drop and go after they've dropped it. What do you guys think of the announcement, then? What do you guys think of Medieval 3? Did they drop any other information about it? Yeah, what do you guys think about the Medieval 3 announcement? I mean, again, it seems very early, right? It seems very, very early. In development, so it's a bit like... Yeah, the announcement trailer. All right, see you later, Squiddy. Hopefully I'll see you again next week. Yeah, Game Awards are normally evening. Yeah, like in a couple hours. So yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the announcement of Medieval 3? It does sound like it's on a new engine though as well. Like, they made it sound like it's on the new engine and not Three Kingdoms, which is interesting. But yeah, I mean, as we say, it's like pre-production, right? So the game is literally not a game at the moment. I just hope that the new engine stuff sounds cool as well. I just hope they increase the amount of units you control, man. Like, just give me like bigger armies and a game that can handle bigger armies. And at least they're doing a proper title. Like, if they fuck this up, it's GG, right? Like, this has to be good. Yeah, I've just heard too many ex-employees who quit, like, or got fired or made redundant or whatever after like COVID. Like, they literally went from like 800 employees down to like 500, and too many of those people came out and leaked stuff that all said 40k. I think it's just very unlikely not to be. But we'll find out. I mean, I'm excited. It doesn't change if it's leaks or not. And if it's not, and it's Star Wars, fucking like it awesome. It's like a big new thing though. Whatever it is, we're going into the space. We're going into sci-fi. Oh, imagine if it was Red Rising. Imagine if they did a Red Rising. I could play my fantasy as Darrow. I just don't see it being Star Wars. I don't. But it could be. Who knows? Come back and tell me. Come back and laugh in my face. It could be both. Why not both? Again, I honestly do not care. And also, I don't think Dawn of War 4, like, again, it's just not going to be anything like it. It's just not going to be it. Dawn of War is just going to be nothing like it. You just started reading it, Marcellus? Hell yeah. What, are you still on the first book? Hell yeah. Shout out all the howlers. Yeah, like Dawn of War 4 is going to be so different from 40k. They would not be the similar games. Again, I'd be down for whatever. I'd be down for absolutely either. Just make them good. Just make them good games. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty sure, like as I said, I'm very confident that it's going to be a 40k announcement. And yeah, I've seen some Barrock leaks about like, yeah, it being very, very different. But again, I don't really know. Like, I haven't seen enough. I've basically seen like stuff that Barrock has leaked and stuff. But like outside of that, I haven't really gone into like what 40k would look like. But yeah, I have heard rumors about it being kind of like a Helldivers themed style of thing. Oh man, you're on the second book. How insane. You're halfway through it, right? Not halfway through book 2. Wait, what part are you actually at, Marcellus? Because I don't want to spoil anything. Book 2 is the best book, in my opinion. It's not the best written book, but in my opinion, book 2 is just incredible. It's such a good book. Golden Sun is the GOAT. Yeah, I think fantasy is gonna be interesting, but I'm also if like I've heard like some things that Skulltaker's talking about, like it being very different, but I'm also so down with it. Like have Total War Medieval 3 be more traditional, and then just try something very different. Like Total War, the campaign of Total War hasn't evolved since Shogun 1. You know, you're still just like picking the same color buildings that give you stuff. Like there's not really any big advancements in the campaign. Battle sides have changed massively, obviously up to Warhammer and stuff. But like, if you want to try something completely different, let's just do it and see if it works. Oh, you've had the tell all that should hear. The Reaper sails to Mars and he calls for an iron rain. Oh man, you're about to absolutely send it, Marcellus. Good luck. How fucking unreal was Vagala as well? How unreal was Vagala? Oh, when he duels Cassius. Oh, oh. They go fucking through the house. They go through the sound bubble. And then they go through another one. And it's just, oh, it's so good. Lorne is the GOAT as well. Yeah, good luck on your first Iron Rain, Marcellus. It's an experience. Yo, how's it going, Petelius? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, I mean, it all sounds good. It all sounds good. Again, I'm thinking they're holding off on 40k and announcing that until obviously next week, so that because they're gonna be showing gameplay and stuff. Yeah, that's it. There's no more. They announced Medieval 3, the new engine, and some Warhammer End Time stuff, which I guess we're not really that fussed about. Yeah, so good, so good. You also have met the best character in the books as well now, Victor as well, who Flavia is loosely based off of. What books we're talking about? Red Rising. Like the ultimate power fantasy sci-fi books. They're so good. You would not regret ever reading them. They're so good. But yeah, I guess that's where we'll wrap things up today. With the announcement. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. Medieval 3 pre-production. I guess if we were more into into fantasy, we'd talk more about that. Next week, though, next week we are going to be back with the Games Award, and we'll be watching, obviously, whatever they're announcing. And yeah, hopefully they'll be announcing 40k, and we'll get some gameplay and some footage and stuff. Will be very, very cool. Oh yeah, Zach, you won't regret it, my man. Yeah, I mean, again, we'll have to have gameplay and stuff, so and see stuff. Yeah, I mean, Medieval 3 again is early access. Sorry, it's not early access. It's pre-production, so there's not really a game there at all. And yeah, 40k. Hopefully, we'll get some gameplay next week. Yeah, so I'll be back next week for the next Total War announcement they'll be doing at the Games Awards. So just make sure you stick around the channel. I was really hoping they would drop a trailer today and then maybe just drop gameplay later, but I guess they didn't decide to do that. Yeah, I mean, that's basically, I just finished book 5 when I made the D&D character Marcellus, so but yeah, also as well, prepare yourself. The next like 5 books are just a pure stab in the heart. It is heartbreaking. So you haven't really, I mean, you've had some really bad stuff happen, but yeah, it's really just a little taste of the horrors awaiting you. Play the trailer. You can go back and watch it again. It was just a live action trailer, so it wasn't actually any gameplay or anything really. But yeah, cool. I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. We did release a video today, so we did release a War Sales episode if you wanted to go check that out. Tomorrow I'll be showing off my first episode of my Dawnless Days campaign. The new Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila is releasing on the 12th, and I get a bit of early access for about a week. Yeah, I mean, so check that out, and yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy it. Obviously, it releases on the 12th. You can also buy Attila for 75% off right now as well. Yeah, Marcellus, don't hesitate to message me when you get to the end of Golden Sun, is all I'll say. That's all I'll say. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and fish out.